Utah isn't just home to tons of dinosaur fossils. The Great Salt Lake is here too. And weird but true, it's 3 times saltier than the ocean.
Weird but true, most states have their very own state fossil. And the Allosaurus is the state fossil of Utah.
You are at the Mammoth Hot Spring Terraces in Yellowstone National Park.
Weird but true, Yellowstone is nearly twice the size of the entire state of Delaware.
Carly and Charlie, I love this show because I always seem like the most entertaining person at a cocktail party. We can't do cocktail parties right now, so I'll have to put that on hold. However, we were talking to a doctor the other day who said because of distance learning, shows like this are going to be much more meaningful, and kids are going to need this to apply the practical. For those who are not familiar with it, Charlie, you've been there since the beginning. Explain what the premise of this show is.
Weird but true, educational show. In every single episode, we explore a different topic. We have part of it where we shoot in a studio and explain things using paper crafts and art pieces and comedic skits. And then we go on a grand adventure, like a field trip. But I think exactly what you said. It's a great time for the show to come out because we go and explore far-off places to help kind of expand people's worlds. But an important part of every show is trying to relate that activity that we do in a far-off place to your home environment so you can apply everything you learn to the world around you.
There are so many ways to enjoy Yellowstone. We are surrounded by a whole host of wildlife. There's the water, the mountains, the hot springs, and one of my favorites, the geyser, Old Faithful.
You can make your own geyser using an antacid tablet and water.
And what a great job, Carly, that you get to go out, have fun, and learn at the same time and demonstrate and know that you're teaching other people because you love science. You love teaching. All right. What are some of the things that we can look forward to this season?
This season has some pretty epic adventures. We operate steam trains in Scranton, New York. We go camping. We scuba dive with manta rays. We go hiking in lava fields in Hawaii. It's the big adventures are really extra epic this year.
What kind of kid were you? Were you that kid who was always out there finding more than what people could see on the surface?
I love that question. I was the kind of kid that the stuff that I was reading in books and seeing on TV, I liked to play that out at home. And that's something that we do on the show. When we're curious about a subject, we go out into the world and explore it, we research it, but we also basically play dress up and play out all of the things that encompass whatever that topic is that we're exploring.
When the safety of the natural world is at stake, there's only one team you can call to save the day. Super Rangers.
And I was that kid. Truthfully, I was the kid that was in the basement hosting the game shows that I saw on television with my siblings as the contestants. So I have kind of built a version of my destiny by doing this job.
And Charlie, I was that kid who would go outside and I would make a snail my friend. I grew up in Taiwan, Japan, Okinawa. And so we didn't have all the stuff that you have. In fact, I think we had 2 TV shows in English. So I would have to go outside and do that. So were you that kind of kid as well, Charlie?
I was a kid who's always playing outside, trying to catch frogs, getting dirty, but also doing a lot of craft projects and messing around with art. And I grew up always loving science. I think when I find an interesting fact or I learn something new, the way we like to describe it is it's a surprise party in your brain.
Weird but true fact, a close living relative of T-Rex is a chicken.
So it's you have to share it. You have to let other people in on your secret.
Okay, let's go to that party in your brain. So I'll start with you, Carly. What's one of the things that you learned that you just were like, huh?
In the first episode that premieres today, we learned that dinosaurs did not roar. They cooed, more like a pigeon. And a velociraptor was actually the size of a turkey. So very small. You could just hold it in your arms.
Yeah, you put a collar on it, a leash, and take it for a walk. Okay. Yeah. And Charlie, for you, what's one of the facts that just made you go, really?
Greatest fact of the season, our farming episode. We were exploring what different types of weird farms we can have.
We could get a big tub, fill it with water, and raise leeches. As leech farmers, we could sell our leeches to people who practice leech therapy. Weird but true, supposedly, it helps blood flow.
Some people around the world who have elephant farms where they feed elephants coffee beans, and then they pick out the beans out of the elephant poop and then brew it into coffee. So I like thinking that some guy this morning is just waking up, slamming his buttered toast, and washing it down with a nice cup of elephant poop coffee somewhere, It makes me feel nice.
One of the things I learned was that we got a pet chinchilla. They're make sure that the chinchilla has something to chew on all the time. I was like, well, why? Their teeth never stop growing. So there you go.
I like that one.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's do a little lightning round right here. Blue whale heart can weigh
2,000 pounds? Is it
2,000 pounds? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer. Okay, trains created the national what?
Time zone.
Yes. And speaking about droppings, panda droppings can be made into...
Paper.
Oh, okay. Very good. See, watching this show makes you extra smart.
We got it all.
You got them all.
We did host this show. We did.
Thank you so much. And as a parent who will be doing some distance learning with her child, thanks for the show. Again, I think it means more today than ever before, but kids are really learning and connecting the dots between what they read on paper and what they really can see and experience out in the world.
All of the colors that you can see are microbes, and they love the hot water, so we consider them thermophiles.
Cool science word, thermophiles. Thermophiles are bacteria that can live in super, super hot water.